everybody a great New Year coming up. I hope everybody had a happy holiday over the last couple days. I appreciate certainly my wife Ann is here with my son Andrew, who's in from the Air Force Academy, my daughter Molly, and my son Ryan. And I appreciate all the support I've gotten from the family along the way. This hasn't been an easy journey, as many of you probably saw if you followed the press clips and everything else as we went through the race. But it's been more than that. It's been a 33-year career in law enforcement to get to this point and to work in a variety of assignments. The one thing I'm extremely excited about is the future here, and this is what this is about. We're gonna launch this forward. I'm excited about the team that we have. I'm very excited about our leadership team. What I try to do with this, and this is a year of talking with people, consulting with people, trying to figure out how to best take where we're at and just really launch forward. And this is about innovative thinking, and this is where everybody comes in here. It's not just the leadership team. I welcome ideas, I welcome different types of solutions. I want everybody to be involved in the process. If you have a good idea and it's something that'll work, let's vet it. Let's see if it will. And if it does, let's put it into practice. Let's try to get some things going here and think a little bit more futuristically about where we're going. I mean, we are the fastest growing county in the state of Virginia, about third or so in the nation. We've done, we've got a population that since when Sheriff Simpson took over in 1996 was 80,000. Now we're at 318,000 people. So this is not the same county it was, and we've got to really adjust, move forward, and think about how we're going to be doing things in the future. During the campaign, of course, I talked about my step-up plan, and that just wasn't a campaign slogan. That's what I really want to do. I really want to move forward here in service, technology, efficiency, and professionalism. And for anybody that had a chance to ever go on the website and look at those things, I have bullets under each one of those things that we're trying to do, we want to enact. We want to make things, we want to make progress, we want to really bring this department into the 21st century. And I feel like with the team that we have here, the leadership team, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited about what we have and where we're going to go. And I could not be happier. I want to kind of go down the line here on our leadership team here, our top leadership team, and everybody else here, as well. I could spend all day here going through everybody. We did get a chance to look over everybody's resumes, talk to people about people. This has been an ongoing process. None of these decisions were made in a vacuum. But certainly, I'll start out with. Also, another thing I wanted to do here was have a blend of institutional knowledge and experience and expertise with some new innovative thinking, and to try to bring in some professionals who I know have reputations for really getting the job done. I want to talk first about two people that we brought in from the outside. The first is Richie Fiano, known to us in DEA. Richie was with DEA for decades. Before that, he was with the ATF, right, Richie? Yeah. Richie held the positions as Chief of Operations for the Drug Enforcement Administration, and he was also the Regional Director for Rome. When he was Chief Operations for DEA, he supervised globally 3,500 agents and a $300 million budget. And that was after working his way all the way up there. So he saw everything from the ground up, and he experienced everything. I mean, the streets of New York, the streets of San Francisco, down to Miami. So it's not like he just was, he came in some administrative position and whatever. He's worked his way all the way through the ranks, and he's actually was my boss for probably about half of my career. And I learned a lot of my leadership from Richie. So if there's anything I do you don't like, you know who to blame on that. So
thanks.
Richie's here with his wife Kathy. Kathy back there. Thanks for coming. And John Fraga. I got to know John while I was working at Booz Allen. John's retired from the FBI 24 years with the FBI, and he's here with his wife Kathleen and their children. And I appreciate John coming on board. John, 24 years with the FBI, an expert in their special operations section down there in Quantico. He's got a great background. It's going to be wonderful to have him on board. I want to talk about a couple other people, and I could go on forever with this, but Chris Harmison, I got to know early on in my campaign, and here's a guy that jumped on, right off the bat, because he believed in Chris was there every morning on the phone call. When I was driving to work, we had our phone calls every afternoon on the phone, every night on the phone. I interrupted probably every one of his dinners when he sat down with his family to have something to eat. The one thing I'll tell you about Chris is that he has your interest at heart. He really understands the deputies, probably more than anybody that I've ever talked to. Chris really gets it. So you have to realize that you have an ear here with Chris. He's not only a good listener, he's a good thinker. He's going to be just a terrific asset in his position as my chief deputy over there. He's here with his wife Monica and their great children here. Appreciate them coming out as well. And then we actually made some moves from within the department, but one of the things I wanted to do was keep some real continuity and expertise in our operations section, and so that's why Bob Buckman is staying where he's at. Everything I've heard about Bob has been just superb. I'm just happy to have him in that position, and I think this is going to be a really solid operational team out there. Eric Noble, I've heard a lot about Eric along the way from a lot of different people. I had a chance to meet with them on an occasion or two and discuss things, and most importantly, leadership. And this is what this is about. This is about leadership. And talking with Eric, the one thing I can tell you about Eric is that he gets it. He understands that our job in leadership is to enable the people that are doing the job to do their job, to get the equipment they need, the training they need, the mentoring they need. These are the things that need to be done so that they can provide just terrific service to the community. And that's what this is about. This is about professionalism. This is about politeness. This is about providing the services that the county needs out there. And Ricky Fry, I got to know Ricky. Ricky was the first person I actually met in a senior rank here with the department, because I went and I spoke at one of his meetings in Sterling, and we had a chance to talk out there. And then as time went on, I heard more and more good things about Ricky. I know he's very actively engaged with the community, and that's going to be a bit of a loss, although I know Alan's going to pick up Steve at that when he takes over out there. I heard a lot of great things about Ricky. Thought he would just be a terrific person to take over our corrections, because we need to really move that thing forward. That's what we need to do. That thing's been languishing out there. We need to get that going. We need to do that to save our taxpayers money. We need to do that to get our prisoners housed. That's what we need to do, and that's why Ricky was selected for the position that he's in. And then our new Director of Media Relations and Communications, Liz Mills. She's been here from the start as well. She was working on me with my campaign, as you know, and did a terrific job. We went from 0 to 60 like in no time, and a lot of it had to do with her ability to get out there and know who to contact, what to do, what functions to go to, what functions not to go to, and just everything across the board. But as we got to know each other here, I got to see what expertise she brings to the table when it comes to reaching out to the public. And this isn't just about doing a press release here or there. This is about an entire interactive capability with the public. I mean, from online reporting that we want to do to just reverse 911 communications to the folks out there when you have to our neighborhood watch people, when we have certain things going on in the neighborhood that could they benefit from being notified immediately. I mean, real-time communications. So we're looking at a whole lot of things that we want to do to really launch the sheriff's office forward. I'm just honored to be part of all this. I can't tell you how excited I am. I can't tell you how excited I am to have such an outstanding leadership team as we go forward here. And that's not just this front row here, but everybody else here. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the support as well from all the families that have been behind this. It's not been an easy road. And also, I want to mention that Tate just got promoted as well to the rank of captain. So we're glad to have her on board, and she'll be taking over out there in Round Hill. So I think, did I miss anything? I can always check with Liz. She's my media person. If I miss anything. So anyway, thank you very much, and all the people for coming out. And I mean, I could actually go up and down the line for everybody here, and we wouldn't get out of here for another 2 hours. So with that, what I'll do is I'll let Mr. Clemens take over, and we can go from there.
Thank you, sir. I allotted an hour to use the building, so I have about 35 minutes County 15 years ago with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, and some of you I worked with from day one. And it's a real joy for me to see professionally how you've risen the ranks in the Sheriff's Office and now are part of Sheriff-elect Chapman's leadership team. And I can't be even more pleased personally because I've had the opportunity to work with you on and off since 1996. So it's really nice to see each of you here be part of this leadership team that the Sheriff-elect has put together. I also just want to say it's a personal joy because in addition to having professional relationships with each of you, many of you I've known for many, many years at a personal level, whether it's going to Loudoun Valley High School together, whether it's playing men's league softball or church league softball with you, our sons playing lacrosse or baseball over the years, coaching with me over the years, or just seeing you at county fairs and festivals and interacting that way. It's just really neat to also have that personal relationship. So again, it's just a real joy personally to be here to administer the oath to you. You may not be able to see my tie entirely because my jacket is closed, but I do have the nativity scene on my tie. And in the Christian faith, nativity is significant because it demonstrates hope. It demonstrates change. Today, you're standing on the threshold of hope and change. Change because we have a new sheriff coming in January 1. And you're going to be part of the change that this sheriff puts into place starting January 1. He cannot do this by himself. He needs you, the leadership, to make that happen. And I'm very confident with the choices he's made as leadership team that you will make that change happen. And that's the change that the citizens of this county wanted when they voted on November 8, 2011. And it symbolizes hope because there's a lot of hope that public safety will continue to be at the level it's at, but also enhanced to meet the demands of a very fast-growing county. And I also have the hope that the citizens share with me that this leadership team, with the new sheriff at the helm, is going to achieve that hope that the citizens have for our great county. So I thank you in advance for your participation in change and addressing the hope that our citizens have for the sheriff's office as we move forward into 2012 and beyond. Finally, I just want to say that I value what you do. And I think I can speak for the citizens of Loudoun County and share with you that the citizens also appreciate what you do each and every day. I know people take for granted what our public safety officials do for us, but no one knows more than I, having worked in the court system for many, many years, just how significant that role is that you play in our community. So on behalf of myself, my family, and of all the citizens for Loudoun County, we appreciate what you do and for making our community safe for us to enjoy, for our children to go to school in, for businesses to prosper, and basically just to have the kind of communities that we have here in our great county. So with all that being said, I would be delighted to administer the oath of office to each of you. Just one administrative note, after you take your oath, please make sure you sign the middle line on your form, and just make sure you give me your form before you leave the courthouse today, okay? Are you all prepared to assume your duties starting January 1, 2012? Please rise. Would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
And I will faithfully and impartially
And I will faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as a deputy sheriff
as a deputy sheriff
for the county of Loudoun,
for the county of Loudoun,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, you were sworn. Thank you. Now I'd like to have our sheriff come up, our sheriff-elect. As you probably know, he had an oath of office ceremony. You can be seated just briefly. Thank you. He had an oath of office ceremony with his family over Thanksgiving so that family in town could observe that. But I talked to Sheriff-elect Chapman, and we both kind of thought it'd be neat for him to have another oath in front of his leadership team. So if you'll indulge us, we're going to do it twice.
Okay, I just did.
We'll make
the third time.
Well, I'm swearing him as a deputy sheriff. You're not a deputy sheriff. You're the sheriff. If the family would like to come up again and join our
Yeah, come on,
sheriff-elect.
yeah. Andrew?
I, Michael Chapman,
I, Michael Chapman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge all the duties
discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as the Sheriff for Loudoun County,
as a sheriff for Loudoun County,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my abilities.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.